Okay, first of all, your front right tire is worn out, okay? And if you see the wear pattern here, it's because the alignment is out. So you need a front right tire and you need an alignment. That's number one. Now, that being said, going behind the front right tire, the lower ball joint right there is tight, very important. The outer CV boot right there is tight, is not ripped. That's important. The inner CV boot right there is ripped and not important because it's full of grease, and if it was ripped, you'd see grease all over the place. Now, this is your shock, okay? Now, the important thing is that this shock is dry because it's full of oil, and this is good and dry, and that's important. Your spring suspension on your front right, this is intact and doing its job. There's no sign of leakage there. The tie rod, I can't really show you, but the tie rod, let's see. I try to get a shot of the tie rod here. The tie rod is tight, and that's critical important. So suspension on the front right, suspension steering and is very good on the front right. Tire is no good, and the alignment needs to be done. So that's on the front right. Okay, the front left tire as well is worn out, and the alignment is, and again, part of the alignment is the issue. Okay, now your outer CV boot, good and dry. Your inner CV boot, a little harder to see there, but good and dry. Your lower ball joint, the lower ball joint right there is intact and doing its job. Your shock, good and dry. Your spring suspension, good and dry, no sign of leakage. Your brakes, you've got about 10,000 K left on the front brakes. Your rotors are not bad. Like when you do brakes next, you have to change the rotors as well. The tie rod, or no, I should say, the lower ball joint, that is tight, very critical, because that's the suspension. And the tie rod, I can't really give you very good of a shot of it, but that's the tie rod right there. That tie rod is tight on the right and left side. So brake wise, you've got 10,000 K, you need two front tires, you need an alignment. Your suspension is dry and tight. I'm not seeing any indication of leaks on the motor. And taking a shot of the motor, and as much as I can see of the transmission, I'm not seeing any indication of leaks. So that's, in fact, the whole bottom of the car, very clean. Okay, you got a crack in your windshield. You follow that up there. Your back tires have about 70% tread on aggressive snow tires, so a lot to tread on the back. On your brakes on the back, you've got about I'd say about 10,000 K left on the back brakes, and the rotors are nice and clean. So when you have to do brakes again, you just have to change up the rotors. So there's no issues with that. On the left rear side, you have about 10,000 K left on your rear brakes, and your rotors are clean. Your left rear tire, you got about 60% tread, about same as about 60% on the rear tread, and your aggressive snow tires. Your shock, your left rear shock is, if you see that, it's very dry. That's important. The sway bar link connector from there to there is intact, doing its job. The inner CV boot in there, good and dry. The outer CV boot, good and dry. Actually, just very clean underneath here. Okay, on the right rear side, your spring suspension and shock, very dry, very good. The spring, the sway bar link, you see it right there, up to there, connected, doing its job. The Outer CV boot, if you can see inside there, good and dry. The inner CV boot right there, good and dry. I'm not seeing any, and your exhaust, very, very clean. Got your spare tire. Yeah. Okay, no check engine lights. Okay, so that's my estimation of the vehicle, and as far as I can tell, it's been well maintained. So other than you need 2 front tires and an alignment, I don't see anything else pressing, or in your windshield definitely is cracked and needs to change there as well. But other than that, I don't see anything else that needs to be. I'm going to write the insurance paper for you, and so you can get your insurance, and just see that you get that stuff done, and you'll be good to go.